Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel Mathematic Girl Swati3226. So today I know you can't see me because intentionally I have switched off my camera because I'm not well today, but still I thought I'll make a video, but with a video off. Okay, so today the topic that I'm going to cover is Roman numbers. So in the Roman numbers, we are going to cover some basic things. This is a part one. Part two, I'll upload, in which I'll be discussing about more things about Roman numbers. Here, we are just going to have an introduction to the Roman numbers. So in this, I'm going to talk about the symbols of the Roman numbers, how we can write down the Roman numbers, what are the rules to write down the Roman numbers, how to write down any number in the numeral form. Okay, so for that, you have to understand the basic things. And just by looking at the Roman number, also, how can you write down the number as well? Okay, that is what we are going to cover. So let's start. Before we start, there are some rules that we have to follow, and I'll explain you the rule also. So the first rule is, and the first, not just rule, but first fact is that there is no Roman symbol for zero. So for zero, there is no Roman symbol. This is very important. So we do not have any Roman symbol for the zero. Next is we use some letters or alphabets, you can say, to represent some specific numbers. So for one, we use the letter I. For 5, we use the letter V. For 10, we use the letter X. For 50, we use the letter L. For 100, we use the letter C. For 500, we use the letter M. And for 1000, we use the letter, one second, for 500, we use the letter D, not M. And for 1000, we use the letter M. It's 1000. Okay. Now, this is a very basic thing that you should be knowing. First of all, 0, we do not have any Roman symbol for 0. 1, we use I. For 5, we represent, like we use B. For 10, we use X. For 50, we use L. For 100, we use C. For 500, D. And for 1000, M. There are some other things also that you should notice, that for Roman symbol, we do not have any place value, right? For the numbers, we know that there is a concept of the place value also, but for Roman symbol, we do not have any place value. Now let us understand how exactly we write down the Roman symbol for different numbers. So first I'll explain you how to write down, and then I'll explain you the rule also that I'm following. For 1, of course, it makes sense, I. For 2, you just have to do simply 1I is 1. So, of course, 2I is 2, right? For 3, see, I'm writing the numbers 2 times, I know, but yeah. So, for 3, of course, I is 1, double I is 2. So, triple I is 3, right? So, if I go to the next, you must think that okay, we can write down 1, 2, 3, 4, but this is wrong. You know, it looks like a tally mark now. So this is not correct. For 4, we do not have this. Now you will say why. So there is a rule. Okay, the rule number one is very simple, and it is we never repeat the symbol more than 3 times. We never repeat any symbol more than 3 times. So of course, here you can see that I have repeated that I 3 times. So can I repeat it for 4? I cannot repeat it for 4. And that is also the first rule. Now the next rule is, I will first tell you the answer, what is for, like how do we write on the Roman symbol for 4? And then I'll explain you why. So for 4, I will write down I from the 1, and then I'll write down V. Now you must be wondering why, right? So let me tell you. So what is the meaning of B? It's 5. And what is the meaning of I? It's 1. So if I write the smaller number symbol before the bigger number symbol, that means that is getting subtracted. So it was 4. So I have written 5 and then I subtracted 1. So that will become 4. Remember, if I write down this, that means the bigger number first, which is of course V for 5 and I for 1. And if I write down the smaller number later, then we have to add them. So it is 5 plus 1. So that will become 6. But if I write down V and I before, that will become 5 minus 1. Understand this concept. This is the second rule, that if the smaller number is written before, that means it is getting subtracted. If the bigger number is written before and the smaller number is written after, or this you can say smaller symbol is written after, that means it is getting added. So this is of course 4. For 5, you know the symbol already, right? So it's V. Next. So you have already understood two rules, right? Let's go to 6 now. So for 6, if I write on V, which is 5, and now I want one more in 5. So of course I'll add the 1 after V. I hope you are understanding the difference between 4 and 6, right? Okay. Next, let's go to 7. So for 7, of course, I can write on V and I can write on 6 because I have added 1, and then I'll add one more, 7. Next for 8. So for 8, I can write down V and I can write on one more I, one more I, one more I. So that is 8. I am still following the condition that I have not repeated it more than 3 times, right? Next, which is 9. So can I write on V and then 1, 2, 3, 4? This is wrong. Why? Because I can't repeat this I for more than 3 times. That is why this is wrong. But how can I write down this? I can write down the symbol of 10, which is X, and then I can subtract 1. So this is a symbol for 9. Is it not very interesting? So if you are watching this video and if you have reached till here, trust me, this Roman number concept is very amazing, like very interesting. So 9 is this, and 10 is, of course, oh, sorry, I'm writing the other way down. So 10 is X, right? Okay, now let's go to 11. So for 11, of course, I will write on X and then I'll add I, right? So that is 11. Next, 12. Of course, I will write on X. I want you to do one thing. I want you to stop, like, pause my video also in between and you also try to figure out the answer. Okay, that would be amazing. Okay, now for 12, I hope you have got the answer. It is X and then 1, 1. So it's 10, 11, 12. Okay, next is 13. So that will become 13, which is X, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? Next, 14, right? So for 14, what we can do? See, here I just want to tell you one thing. For 14, I cannot write on X and then 1, 2, 3, 4 because this is wrong. I cannot repeat I more than 3 times. And we do not have any symbol for 15, which I can write on that and then I can subtract 1. So 14. No, that is also not correct. But we have a very nice way to write on 14. Can I not write on 14 as X, which is 10, and directly the symbol of 4? What was the Roman symbol for 4? It was 1 IV, right? So I can write on 10 and the 14 here, the 4 symbol. So what is 10 plus 4? It's 14. So I have got 14. I hope it is clear. Now the next is 15. So what will I do? Of course, I'll write on 10 and then I'll write on V, which is 15. Okay. Let's go to 16 now. So for 16, oh, I'm starting the same thing again. 10, and then I'll use the symbol of 6, which is VI, right? So you can notice one thing here, that if you know the Romans number for 1 to 10, it's so simple for 11 to 20 now, right? Okay, next is for 17. So for 17, it will become X and the symbol of 7. So 10 plus 7, you know that if the smaller is written after, we have to add it. So it's 10 plus 7, 17. Next is 18. So of course 18, it's 10 and then 8. You can see that nothing is repeated more than 3 times. 18. Now next is 19. Now what should I do here? Can I write down here 20 minus 1? Of course, we can, but we don't know any symbol, fixed symbol for 20. We know for 1, we know for 5, then we know for 10, and then we know for 50 directly, right? So it's I, V, X, and then L. We do not have any fixed symbol for 20. So for 19, we can write on X. I think you have understood already. 10 and then 9. So 10 plus 9, 19. And now for 20, of course, it's very simple, which is x, x. 10 plus 10, 20. Make sense? Let's go to 21 now, okay? So for 21, I'll do one thing. I'll not write on the same thing twice. I'll directly write on here, 21. So what will be 21? We can write on 10, 10, 20, and then 1. So 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 1, 21. Next is 22. So 10, 20, 21, 22. Next, 23, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. Next, 24. So 10, 20, and then 4. So of course, you know for 4 symbol, it's V. So it's 10 plus 10, 20 plus 4, 24. Now next is 25. That makes very much sense. 10, 20, and then 5. So it's 25, right? We'll do go till 50, and that is why I'm going to make another video also. I don't want to make it very long because I really want you to watch this video and understand the concept of Roman number very properly. Okay. So 26, of course, very simple. 10, 20, and then 6, 26. 27, 10, 20, and 7. So it's 27. Next is 28. So it's 10, 20, and then 8, 28. Now it's 29. So it's 10, 20, and then 9. You know the symbol for 9, which is IX. See, everything is based on 1 to 10. So if you are very clear with the symbols of Roman, like of course the Roman symbols from 1 to 10, then the Roman number, writing Roman number is very, very simple. Okay, let's go to 30. Very easy. X, 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 right? Makes sense. 10, 20, 30. Now let's go to 31. So for 31, very simple. 10, 20, 31. 31. Now for 32, 10, 20, 30, and then 32, right? 33, right? 10, 20, 30, and then 3. I know it is becoming bigger and bigger. That is why basically Roman number, normally we do not use because it is little complicated. So if you can write on 33 by just writing 3 and 3, why do we need to use the Roman symbol? You know, of course, it is like it will take a lot of time. So just for the information, just for, like the school, you have to understand this for the exams. Otherwise, Roman numbers in general, we do not use for these bigger numbers. All right, so that was the sign of me not being well. Okay, 33. Of course, you got the answer, 34, right? So it's 10, 20, 30, and you know the symbol for 4, 34. You can also understand it, like just add it. 10 plus 10, 20 plus 10, 30, and then 30 plus 4. So of course, 4 symbol is this. All right. Now this will become interesting if when I reach to, 49, 50. So just hang on for a while, and we are just almost towards the end, okay, of this video. So it's 10, 20, 30, and then 5, 35. Now it's 36. So 10, 20, 30, and then 6, 36. It's 37. So it's 10, 20, 30, and then 7, it's 37. All right. Next is 38. So that is 10, 20, 30. And then, of course, it's 8. So you know the symbol for 8, which is this. Now it's 39. Of course, makes sense. 10, 20, 30. And you know the symbol for 9, which is IX. So it is this. Now it's 40. Now, this is also very interesting. Okay. Should I write down 10, X, 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 and X? I can't because that was the rule. I cannot repeat it for more than 3 times. Here I repeat it X, X, X 4 times. That is wrong. So, what I can do is I can write down 50 symbol, which is L, that you know. And now, if I write down X before this, that is the meaning of subtraction. So, what is 50 minus 10? 40. We got the answer. So this is the symbol for 40. Now, if this is the symbol for 40, for 41, I'll write down first the symbol of 40, which is XL. This is 40. And now I'll add 1. So it's 41. So this was 40 and plus 1, which is 41. I hope that makes sense. We'll go till 50 today. Okay. 42. So what is 42? Of course, I'll write down 40 and then I'll add 2. Makes very much sense. 43, 40, and then 41, 42, 43. Now 44. For 40, you have to remember that it was XL. So 40, and now it's 4. You know the symbol for 4. It's 1 IV. Now it's 45. So of course, XL, and then 5 is V. Now it's 46. So it's X, L, V, and then I. Right? How? 40, 45 plus 146. Next is 47, which is XL, which is 40, and then 7, which is this. Now I'll write down here 48, right? So 48 will become, of course, 40, and then 8 is, of course, V, and then 3 I's. Now for 49, I will write down 40, and then 9 symbol, right? And then 50, of course, we know that is N. So I have completed in this video the Roman numbers from 1 to 50. I hope you have understood how to write down the Roman numbers, some special rules of the Roman numbers. This is a part 1 video. In the part 2 video, we'll do some more Roman number questions, and that will do randomly because concept wise you have understood what to do. Now let's wait for the other video, the second video, where we will do some more questions. And please let me know in the comment section whether you understood this topic properly or not. So, yes, thank you so much for watching, and keep watching my channel, keep supporting. And I just want to say thank you, and thank you. Goodbye and take care.